So in this video, we're going to talk about rotations 3 and 4. And I've already rotated the girls. What's happened is my libero has come front row, and she can't do that. So she's going to trade spaces with my second middle blocker. This is not a sub. It happens outside of the 10-foot line. The libero just gets to trade spots with my middle blockers. So the middle blocker comes in and the libero goes out. Now it's time for this middle blocker to serve. And I got to set up the rest of my defense. So my outside hitter is going to go into her position. The setter is going to come up. On serve, the setter is just going to run over to her position. The middle blocker is going to run to the libero's position here. And then we've got to set up the front row here. So move my middle blocker to the middle, which means I need to move my outside hitter back a little bit so they're not out of rotation. On serve, the outside hitter is going to come forward, and obviously the opposite's going to come forward. So here's the serve, and there we are in our base position. Now let's talk about serve receive 3. In serve receive 3, our middle blocker is going to come out. Our middle blocker had to serve in that case, but is going to come out of the game for the libero. And again, it's not a sub situation. They just get to switch spaces here. And now I've got to set up, I need my 3 passers. It's going to be the libero and the 2 outside hitters. So in order to do that, I need to move my setter way up. So I move my middle blocker out here, move my setter up, and I haven't violated any of my rotation rules because my setter can't go in front of my middle blocker and can't go to the right of my outside hitter. So we're okay. Now I have to bring this outside hitter back, and look, she has to be in front of the other outside hitter and to the right of my middle blocker. That's why I moved the middle blocker way over here. So now there are my 3 passers. On serve, oh, that's right, the opposite can move into her hitting position. On serve, I'm going to have 3 hitters. The opposite, the middle blocker, and my second outside hitter. She is front row. So here comes the serve. It goes to the outside hitter, so she passes first, then she becomes a hitter. And now I have 3 hitters, so my setter has 3 choices of who to set. And again, as soon as we hit the ball over, we get back to base. So the setter comes back to her position, libero comes over here, and the outside hitter drops back. Which brings us to serve 4. Now serve 4 is very similar to serve 1, but we have to do a little bit of subbing. My setter has come front row and my opposite has come back row. What we're going to do is put a second setter in for the opposite, and we're going to put opposite in for the first setter. Now all subs have to take place before this 10-foot line. So you come here and you wait for the referee to say, okay, go in, and then the opposite goes in and the setter comes back to serve. So let's get everyone into position now. What we're going to do is we're going to pull the opposite back and put her in the back middle. We got to move the libero forward in order to do that. And then on the serve, libero is going to run over here to her position. And obviously when the setter serves, she's going to come up here. The other thing that needs to happen is we're going to move the outside hitter and the opposites close to each other. And on serve, they're going to switch spots so that everybody's in the same spot. So on serve, 4 girls are moving. The setter, the libero, the outside and opposite are switching sides there. Which brings us to serve receive 4, which is very similar to serve receive 1. We're going to bring our outside hitter back, which means our setter has to move back out of the way. And here's our 3 passers. We're going to put our opposite in position to hit, We're going to move our middle blocker out of the way. On serve, the middle blocker is going to get in position to hit, and the setter is going to come to her position. Now, because the ball did not go to this outside hitter, she can get ready to hit. We make a pass, and maybe this time we set a quick to the middle blocker. Again, this is the time, once the ball's over the net, people have to switch. The outside hitter is coming to her position, the opposite's coming to her position, setter's coming back, libero, outside hitter, everybody's kind of out of position, but we just get back to base in this rotation.